if you would have told me in 2020 and 2021 that within a handful of years I will have been publishing about 10 to 12 books, I would have called you a liar. So, time to take my own advice. I used to tell a lot of my former students, hey, look at your self-doubt and tell it to put on hiking boots, because anything that convinces you to play small is a lie that you carry around for somebody else's benefit, that they normally project it all over you like the garbage it is, because not even they wanted to carry it. So, pass me. We found some treasure in the dumpster. Let's check it. The last few years have felt like a dumpster fire. And some of you just went, I felt that. Welcome on in. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references such as the Merna Annals and VITAELANGICA. Side quest to the Merna Annals. I'm recording this a couple days ahead of time, but the side quest to the Merna Annals for Book 12, Slices and Sheets, is now available as of Monday, June the 15th. Yes, it is a couple days. Yeah, I'm trying to keep ahead of schedule because I would like to actually take launch day off other than just watching socials. So, and tech gremlins and no tech gremlins. Anyway, how are you doing, everybody? Comment below, like, and subscribe, bring a friend. So, publishing my 12th book. It's been a journey. I somehow, over the course of 2023, 2024, 2025, got a couple of books ahead of myself in the publishing process. Printing and publishing thinner novella length and short story collections for the side quests definitely helped with that. So if you're looking to kind of, how can I build it fast? Write smaller definitely helps. Side quest stories help. Especially when you have characters like Frey, who are beloved and who hop realms and who drag everything into trouble and get them out of it. Take advantage of your character shenanigans. And honestly, something somebody recently said in a group I belong to on Facebook, they were like, you know, how is it certain... The general question is, it seems that certain authors just have the time to write. And I'm going to admit, had the whole fertility thing gone the way I had spent a lot of money and time making it go, the way I wanted it to, I would have a lot less time on my hands, because I at one time wanted to be a mom of 4 kids. I'm the youngest of 5. 4+ is acceptable to me. My family, my parents each are 1 of 8. My grandparents are like 1 of 13 and 1 of 15 on one side of the family. So for me, like about 3 to 6 kids, a healthy 4. I like the number 4. And my body said no. It's not like I didn't try. I have the debt from equivalent to childbirth that I will have to pay and still am paying off, but I'll never have a kid to benefit from it. So, at this time, for some of us, either by choice or by force of nature's telling us otherwise, some of us women who are writers, we want to be moms, but our business is our baby. This is in part why, as an editor and a book coach, I do refer to your books as being your babies, because we put the same level of time and care, and some characters need us as their authors to parent them a little bit. And if not, your editor ends up doing it, because I have a couple of authors who I have worked with where they will literally say, keep an eye on so-and-so. They like to cause shenanigans. Now, shenanigans can be any number of things, from typos to plot holes. So, you know those characters who like to go, oh, shiny! You know, they're the ADHD part of everybody's brain into one character, or that one friend you have into one character. So, yeah, shinies. So, I also recently had cause, and more about this in July, I recently had cause to do a huge audit on my business, like deep dive, look at all the paperwork, update everything. We're going to consider it me being a student of my business again, and a lot of homework applied. So when I got looking around at things, I said, really, truly, if I am a student of my business, follow this comparative metaphorical analogy here. If I am a student of my business. About what year am I in my course of study? Okay. 2020 to 2023, when I was just a DBA. We're going to call that Head Start. And some of you are like, oh my God, I'm still in the Head Start phases. That's okay. That's okay. You're still in the research and development phases, baby. That's okay. And then, therefore, like year 1, 2, those would be like pre-K kindergarten. So I'm circa in the first grade year of my business. As a first grader, I'm doing pretty good. I've got about a B average. That's pretty good for first grade. And then I remembered how hard first grade was. I did not do well in first grade. That was the year we started discovering that the school system I was going to was not the greatest, put it that way. When a couple years later, in real life, when I moved from Baltimore at the age of 8 to Cumberland, I was a year and a half behind on my math knowledge and a year and a half ahead on everything else. So I said, let's take into account, puns and no puns intended, let's take into account the same with my business. What are the areas, the subject matter areas where I'm doing the best, and where are the areas I'm, quote, bringing down my GPA, my grade point average, to be about a B student. And when I kind of contextualize things like that, I said, I'm really not doing bad. And the 2026 school year is not over. Well, fiscally, July's coming. But calendar speaking, no, it's not over. There's still time for the remedials to take place. And this is why in my live stream, I think it was Wednesday the 10th, yes, Wednesday the 10th of June, when we drew from the Oracle, the Phoenix deck, we said the card we drew was wrong path. You're on the wrong path. Sometimes the wrong path is a remedial path. It does loop you back around, okay? So what? Your ashes are on fire, but they're not quite ablaze yet. What can we do to kick it up and recalibrate things so that your rockets are firing the way they need to? Remedial stuff. And once I accepted that everything was remedial, while publishing my book, mind you, the last thing I have to do is upload to vendors. Formatting is done, editing's done, all that jazz is done. Definitely marketing has been worked on. The only thing I have left to do is physically upload that product to vendors. And direct sales, first priority applying, description box below. Anyway, shameless self-plugs are allowed without the shame or the guilt. I definitely have to accept that I have room to grow. And I need to really stop comparing myself to people who are in 5th grade. My father always said, Pumpkin, I'm wearing an orange shirt while revealing, I don't know if you all knew that's what he called me. My dad's nickname for me was Princess Pumpkin Poo. I kid you not. Why Princess? Because I'm his only daughter. By default, I'm daddy's girl. I can't help it. Winnie the Pooh, because that's what they decked. That's what was the theme of the everything that was bedecked in the baby shower. I like Tigger more, just saying. Again, wearing orange. Anywho. And then, Pumpkin, because the doctor delivered me was named Dr. Pumpkin, and I was born in September. So, I'm a September pumpkin baby. And he just always called me Pumpkin or Pumpkin Poo. And occasionally, if I was in trouble, Princess Pumpkin Poo. I'm in real trouble if I got my full name after that. Anyway, definitely Dad would say, you know, pumpkins take time to become amazing carriages. Stop trying to grow up so fast. Pumpkins need their nutrients. Mind you, he was a farmer. He's from a family of farmers. That's my family's trade. All the way back to Ireland. Farmer. Can you imagine why we ended up here in the States? Anyway. That's my family trade, is like farmer, carpenter. So you can really see where all of his analogies of garden growing are how I grow my business. And stop trying to grow up so fast. Enjoy being a kid. How many of us are in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade year of our business and we are rushing our businesses growing up? Let it be a kid as much as we want to play in the sandbox. Because if your business does not feel as good as playing in the sandbox or on a playground to a kid who is out there in those spaces, in their imaginative happy place, making mud pies without shame, without judgment, without ew of any kind attached. Because all that is mostly, not for all people, we're accounting for neurodivergence here when I say this. Most of the time, there's a learned aspect to a lot of that. It's nurture or nature amplified by nurture. Including my fellow neurospicy friends like myself. Because, spiders. Whew. Anyway. I love you, Mother Weaver. At the same time. What are you doing this summer to make it feel like you are playing while making good in your business? That's probably where the purpose and the origin and the catalyst for Epic lives all along. So above all, take care of yourself. You've always been worth it. Now more than ever. Anything telling you otherwise is a lie. Somebody else's lie. Don't carry their garbage anymore, okay?